guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. So, long overdue episode of Should You Bake It? I am super excited, overly excited, because if you don't know, my favorite ones are baking, because baking is, I love to cook, don't get me wrong. I love to cook, I love to review everything cooking, but baking has and will always be my #1 passion. And to all of those who are new subscribers from Parker, thank you guys for coming over and subscribing. I really do appreciate it, and I love having you guys here, and I hope you guys stick around because I will continue to bring you guys exciting and new recipes to review with tips and tricks to make them work. So, this recipe was suggested to me by my mother, so thank you, Mom. This one was tagged to me by my mom on Facebook. And there are many reasons why this is special. Well, not only because it's a baking, but the fact that, well, #1 being cannoli related, anything cannoli related. But cannoli, French toast, in a casserole overnight. Did you just say so many words in one sentence that sound like yum, easy, overnight? What? Now you got my attention. Let's do this. So, it sounds like a lot. I know, it does. But it's #1, it's not as hard as making a cannoli. I'm not gonna show you this. It's probably why I've never done it. Never will. Right? Anyway, moving on. So, we are going to pop over here, like always. Scooch root. Get on over there. I will. Don't rush me, okay? Still chatting. So, we're going to pop one over here, get into step 1 of it, and then we will chit-chat a little bit about why this is super near and dear to my heart and my family's heart. Okay? Let's do it, guys. Alright guys, as always, starting from our left, in the very back there in the tiny bowl, we have some orange zest, freshly squeezed orange juice, powdered sugar. We have our love Baker's Joy, who made it back to the top of my heart. Hey girl, how you doing? Good. Okay, so in the back there, we have eggs. We have our ricotta, eh? Yes, we will be Italian in this video, so get used to it. Now, we've got our cinnamon, and now, like I said, you guys, you do not have to use this. This is my one bougie ingredient, my Madagascar vanilla bean paste. It does call for vanilla extract, but this is my one ingredient where I do not and never skimp on, only for the simple fact of its super concentrated, amazing vanilla flavor. So, you do you, I'll do me. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we got our salt, just a pinch, 1/8 to be exact. Ooh, yay. And we have our mini chocolate chips, traditional cannoli ingredient, our milk, and back here. So, this is our bread. Now, it calls for day-old Italian bread. What I did was, because I thought about getting the bread, letting it sit out over a day, or overnight and whatnot, but it still would not become day old per se. So I went to Walmart and I got this Italian loaf, freshly baked in store. Check at that. It's $1. It was $1 for this entire loaf, you guys. And it's one of those that are like really squishy. Oh my gosh. And it calls for 6 cups. 6 cups of cubes, you guys. And I was like, oh crap, I might just have to get 2 or 3. So I started out with 2, and these are my leftovers. I still have a baggie full of cubes, and I still have 3 slices left. So if you do that, only get 1. You'll be perfectly fine. And a trick to get, quote, quick day old bread, pop it, cube it, put it on a cooking tray like you see down here, and put it in a 350-degree oven for 17 or 15 to 20 minutes ish. I did mine for 17, and there you go. Can you hear that? Day old bread. Check that out, y'all. Okay, so those are our ingredients, and the only other thing we're gonna need, I have another one of these. This is an 8-cupper. I have its twin sitting off to the side because we're gonna mix the wet ingredients in that, and we're gonna keep the bread in this one. And we're gonna get set up with our 8x8 over here because that's what we're gonna bake this in layers. So I'm gonna get my 8x8, put that here, and get everything set up right here, and we're gonna get mixing. Okay, so I have my other 28er cupper, and I have my little pan back here that's lightly greased, which is interesting because we're gonna set this in the fridge for 12 hours lightly greased. But, well, obviously you can't grease it when all the crap's in it, so freaking idiot. And if you will notice, I did not tell you to preheat your oven, obviously, because like I said, it's going to be in the fridge for 12 hours. Anyway, moving on. So, to this, we are going to add, now, like I always say, get yourself a mini, because we're going to get into our crevasses. I swear to you guys, after watching a couple of these, my goal is to have all of you saying crevasses and minis. I'm going to patent it, I promise. So, we've got our milk going into here, and pretty much we're just going to add all of it. Everything except for our mini chocolate chips at this point. So, like I said, there is a story behind anything cannoli. With me, personally, and my family surrounding it. Now, if you don't know, if you're new, I am born and raised Southern California, and Anaheim to be exact. And there is a place in Fullerton, California, by UCI-ish, and it's called Angelo and Vinci's. And as you can probably tell by the name, it is extremely, extremely Italian. And our family used to go there quite often. It started off when my mom and my stepdad used it for their reception from their wedding. And oh my gosh, you guys, I remember when we first went there, there was a room down in the cellar, I guess you could call it. I'm not sure what the exact term was for it. And when they got married, it was, gosh, I think it was 11 or 12, so it was 91 or 92. And it's a room down in the cellar, like I said, and it had like an arcade, and it had like King Kong. It was just crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but we used to always go down there, and our brothers used to go down there and scare the crap out of us, obviously, and it was dark, and it was props. Pretty much it was props from movies, and sorry, let me explain. The founder is Stephen Peck, and he is a renowned Hollywood dancer, choreographer. He was a veteran actor for, gosh, over 100 movies. Let's see here. And when you walk in, you are overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed with the history of this place. It's just stunning. It's 48 years old, and it was originally built as an L shape, and it was a marketplace in Fullerton. And the farmers would bring their produce from the fields by horses and wagons, and they would sell to the town people and all of that. And they kept some of the original roofing and the trusses, and the bricks are some, they're still exposed. It's stunning. I'm going to insert some pictures of the building as it stands now. And also I'm going to insert some pictures of Stephen Peck and his wife, who our family has had the pleasure of meeting a few times. We got to meet them for my mom and my dad's wedding, and my sister actually had her wedding, her reception in the same room, which was the Venetian room. And I remember my brother, my oldest brother and I, when we went to go take care of some of the reception business for my sister, we got to meet and sit down with Stephen and his wife, his wife handles all of the catering by herself, and she does the cooking. She is just an absolute beautiful, beautiful woman. And I'll show you some of the pictures of the Venetian and all of that, and they specialize in pizzas and pastas and salads, antipastas. To be there and know the history and see a lot of the Sicilian in there, and the Italian, the terracotta tiles, the bricks that were used, that they kept. It's so amazing. So our family has a lot of history here, and this was the first time I was introduced to cannolis. And obviously back then, and now I was able to eat then, obviously, because this only started about 8-9 years ago with me. So, you know, I got to enjoy their food and their desserts, obviously. Now you'll see the enormous, beautiful cannoli in the background for their stunning chocolate cake here. And I just fell in love. I fell in love with cannoli, and I'd always get it. I'd always beg for it. The only other cannoli I've ever had that trumped this one was when our family went to Las Vegas. We have family that live there. My mom's aunt lives there, and she, funny story, she sews the costumes for the workers at the Treasure Island. So if y'all have ever been there, yeah, my mom's aunt sews their costumes. So that's interesting. So we were on our way home, and we stopped and got a cannoli from this place, and oh my god, that was fun. The only one that trumps Angela and Vince's. So anyway, that it holds a near and dear place to our hearts for that particular reason, because our family has been there numerous times. And you know, like I said, to sit and meet Stephen Peck, and let me tell you another thing about Stephen Peck. I don't know if I should, or if I'm allowed to, or please don't come for me. If I'm gone, you know why. Something about the Italian mob. About that, you know, he's known to have been with Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Gary Cooper, Kirk Douglas, oh my gosh, Sylvester Stallone, Ted Danson, David Hasselhoff, of course, Shirley MacLaine, I know, Vincent Minnelli. Let's see here, I'm trying to think. He did a lot of films with Paramount, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, MGM, Universal Studios. I mean, that's just to name a few. And when you go in, you'll see all the pictures of all these people. And so, it's just amazing. If you guys want to, you know, go on their website and check it out, and you can read about it and whatnot. If you live anywhere in Southern California, or Northern for that matter, guys, just go. Just go, because their food is, I mean, if you love Italian food, you guys, just go. I don't know if they deliver, ship. Oh my gosh, what is my problem? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So, check it out. See if they ship. Because if you want a cannoli that will rock your world or change your life, order some. Or pizza for that matter. So, that is why cannolis hold a big place in my heart. So, hence why this, I was like, hey Mom, heck yeah, I'm gonna make that. So, all of our stuff is in. Ding. And now we're we're going to give her a good whisking. So, give her a good whisk. So, that is what we're going to do. And then I will bring back the bread and this and the pan and we'll put it all together. Okay, so what I have now is I have our liquid that's all mixed together. I have our 8x8 and I have our dry bread. So what we're going to start off with is half of the bread. So we're going to do 3 cups of the crunchy bread on the bottom. It's kind of retarded, isn't it? I think. Well, that looks like half already. What the heck? Oh, yeah, I have to cover the bottom. That's half. There. So, we're going to do the half, and then we're going to do half of this. I'm just going to give it a good mix, and then we're going to repeat that. So once we do half of the liquid, the rest of the bread, and the rest of the liquid. So, I'll be back when that's done. So, before we start our next layer of bread, we're going to top that with about half of our chocolate chips. So, sprinkle those babies on there. What I'm kind of noticing already with this recipe is I don't think it gives you the right amount of each. I think it needs to be more bread and more liquid. That's just my personal opinion, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. Okay, grab your other minis. Make it rain. Beautiful chocolate chippies. Aren't they just cuter than shit? I kid you not. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. My mom doesn't like it when I cuss too much, so I told myself I wouldn't because this is her video. Sorry, Mom. Take it back. Aren't they cuter than snot? I didn't say the other word. There is one word that I am not allowed to say. Our entire family isn't allowed to say because she gets so mad. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. My Aunt Jody started it, by the way. And because, like I said, half my family is Hispanic, it's a Hispanic word anyway, so... Anyway. I didn't say it, Mom, so you can't get mad at me. Doesn't it look beautiful? Look, guys. Look, Mom. Now, my mom lives in Idaho, so, Mom, you gotta get on a plane. Come over. Well, she can't because she is on her way, well, leaving tomorrow. She is going to North Dakota to see my new niece, her new granddaughter, Aubrey Cheyenne. So, well, that just means you'll have to grab my brother, my sister, and my new niece, and you'll all have to come. Darn it! Sucks for you. Do it anyhow. Come on, guys, look. Come over. I love you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to completely wrap this and say, I love you. You're beautiful. Please taste just like a cannoli. Or else. No, I'm just kidding. Wrap it, put it in the fridge for 12 hours, and then we will come back and then we will bake it, and then it better look stunning or else I'm going to be PO'd. Okay? I love you guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to day number 2. Yes, I am wearing the same thing. Why? Because yesterday when I was wearing this, it was do this and then back into my jammies. So, here we are. Alright, so it has been over 12 hours because it was overnight and whatnot and whatever. So, today we are only baking it. We have pulled it out and we have let it come to room temperature, and now we are going to bake it. So, let's head back over here and check it out. Okay, so for the instructions for the overnight and when you take it out, it suggests that you remove the cover from the casserole. Obviously, when you take it out of the refrigerator, you let it come to room temperature And then you put it in the oven, in the middle of the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes until it's golden brown around the edges. And then you let it cool for a few minutes before cutting. God. And then you chop with, and it's obviously up to you, whatever you want to, powdered sugar, maple syrup. You can do fruit. Pistachios is a classic. You can use like fruit sauces, like a strawberry puree, anything. Obviously, whatever your heart desires. For me, a classic, when I had any cannoli, it's chocolate chips or cinnamon. And I've had pistachios once. That did not float my boat. Or find my lost remote for that matter. But so I'm just, well, I'm not eating it, but I'm the one making it. So we're gonna stick with just the minis, and when I cut it for my husband, I'm just gonna do the maple syrup. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it closer so you can check it out. And it looks like it absorbed all of the liquid because there's none floating in the bottom or the corner, and you can definitely see the orange zest on top and the vanilla bean specks. And again, that's another reason why I choose to use the Madagascar vanilla bean paste, not only for the concentrated vanilla flavor that it gives, but it also uses the vanilla bean, so it has the flex. And I'm a huge believer in the presentation of food and the look, because I guess because I'm not the one eating it, it's big for me the way that it looks, how I present it to people that I am feeding. I want it to look beautiful. So that's another reason why I use it, you know. But isn't that beautiful? They poofed up and they soaked in everything. So that's how that looks. And it's going to go in the oven. And I did have some orange juice left from when I squeezed the orange, so I just added some powdered sugar to it. And also, going with what we have in our casserole, I added some Madagascar vanilla bean paste, and I also added a dash of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, to it. So this is going to be an icing that I will drizzle along with some maple syrup on top. So there we go. So I'm going to pop her in the oven for about it says 40 to 50. So again, I'm going to go in the middle and do 45. And then we will pull her out and check out this beauty. Yeah. Okay guys, here it is out of the oven. I let it sit for about 10 minutes. And now I'm going to cut into it and make it all fancy and pretty. I am kind of a little curious as to why the chocolate chips didn't fully melt. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. Semi-sweet. Maybe they don't melt. I don't know. But as you can see, the top got really nice and golden brown and kind of country. Why do I say country instead of crunchy? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. I'm gonna cut a nice beautiful slice, make it pretty, and I will show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I cut a beautiful corner slice, and I've got some chocolate sauce on here, and I've got some maple syrup on here, and now I'm just going to dust it with the traditional powdered sugar. And you can put as much as you want on there. Here we go. This is what she looks like. Isn't she beautiful? And you can still see, look at that. Look at the inside of that. You get everything right there. The vanilla, the chocolate chips, the bread. You can tell how like gooey it is right here. Look at that. Now that's a cannoli French toast I would sink my mouth into if I could, y'all. So Mom, thank you so much. I'm impressed with this one. At first, I was kind of concerned about the ratio of the bread and the liquid stuff to it, you know? But I think it turned out wonderful. And this is what you can see more right here, what the inside looks like. And you can tell how custard-like it is in here. So, yeah. This reminds me of something, too, that you might want to make for like a Christmas morning or a holiday or something, or shit, you just want to make. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this long overdue episode of a Should You Bake It. So thank you, Mom, so much for saying this to me and for bringing back such amazing, wonderful memories of yours and Dad's wedding #1, and my love for cannolis, and all of our loves for cannolis for that matter. And if you can, if my mom gives me permission, I will insert a picture of their wedding, which is going to be absolutely humiliating for me, but that's okay. I don't give a poop. See, Mom, I watched my mouth on that one. Too much. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys tried this one. It turned out amazing. Thank you again to all of my new subscribers. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoy my content and stick with me, because I will always continue to give you tips and tricks to view it before you do it, so nothing screwy happens to you guys when you want to make something look like the pictures that are probably not going to turn out like that. Anyways, so thank you guys again. I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July. And as always, guys, from my kitchen, my heart, my soul, to each and every one of you, as always, mwah!